Hey guys, so in this video, I'm going to go ahead and do my review video on My Little Pony Season 6, Episode 11, Flutter Butter. Alright, and again, I do apologize for another delayed review video, but anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so this episode first starts off with Fluttershy and Artie having a little lunch with Fluttershy's parents. I'm so glad they finally made an episode with Fluttershy's parents. And they also do mention Fluttershy's brother Zephyr Breeze, which I think is actually a pretty cool name, but once he showed up, Fluttershy was not too excited to see him, and I don't blame her. And you'll find out why later on this episode that Fluttershy was not too excited about seeing Zephyr come home. But anyway, after the intro, Zephyr gets a chance to catch up with the fam. Fluttershy really doesn't want him in the house. And also I found him really weird too. Like, I really did not get him when I first saw him. Yeah, this was another episode I watched while I was away in Kanakuk and Branson, and while I had that time off. But anyway, so later on in this episode, Artie and Fluttershy flew into Ponyville. That's where she mentioned that she was peeved, and I found that kind of funny for some reason, because Fluttershy felt like that was a bad word when she said that. But really, it's she has a right. I mean, I can kind of know where Fluttershy's coming from. But anyway, just because of how soft she was, she probably felt guilty saying that. But anyway, so they found Pinkie and AJ, and they told them about Zephyr, and that's where AJ told Fluttershy if her parents can't stand up for themselves towards Zephyr, then Fluttershy should do it for them. And I think with how Fluttershy feels, that's probably a great idea. So in the next scene, you see Zephyr getting rid of some of the stuff in the back house for his art studio that he wants to make, which were actually their parents' like little cloud collection. And I really don't like how selfish Zephyr was in this episode. And he was also forcing his mother to get rid of the like little flowers that she had by that little back house. I just didn't like how Zephyr treated them. And that's where Fluttershy finally convinced Zephyr to move out, because he can't just push around their parents around like that. But unfortunately, Zephyr ended up going over to Fluttershy's place to move in. And that's where Fluttershy forced Zephyr to get a job. So that next day, Fluttershy and Zephyr went to Rarity and Twilight's place to get a job. But unfortunately, he struck out at both of their places. And after that, Zephyr went on a job with Artie, and that didn't go out too well either. And it just showed how effortless and how lazy Zephyr is. Like, just of how bad of a job he did at those places. But they didn't show him the thing. I wonder why they didn't show him trying to do a job at Sweet Apple Acres or Sugar Cube Corner. But knowing how lazy and effortless he was, he probably would have struck out at those two places too. But anyway, and that's actually where Fluttershy finally kicked him out. And so from there, Zephyr went into the woods, and that's where Fluttershy and Artie actually decided to meet up with him there to help him out. And despite how selfish and lazy he was, I'm glad Fluttershy and Artie decided to come and help him out, because it does seem like something that Fluttershy and Artie would do. And I just kind of felt bad for him in a way, how he went from Fluttershy's college to the woods, basically looking like a homeless person and acting like a homeless person, and it just seemed like things would go very unfortunate for him if he had lived in the woods. But anyway, so then Fluttershy and Artie and Zephyr went back to Fluttershy's cottage to give Zephyr something to do that he would be good at. That's where another great song came in that had to do with motivating Zephyr to succeed in what he decides to do, and what he wanted to do with, and what he wanted to do actually had to do with the main styles. And that song I think really did help him, and I'm glad it was a really great song to hear too. So, yeah, but anyway, so in the next scene, Fluttershy, Artie, and Zeph met back up with Fluttershy and Zeph's parents and told them about the process he made. That's also where Zeph told him that he graduated from main therapy training, since it looks like what he wants to do has to do with main styling. But anyway, so overall, I thought this was a pretty good episode, despite how lazy and selfish Zephyr was, and how weird he was, and how much I couldn't stand how selfish he was, and how he treated his family members. Despite all that, I'm glad Fluttershy and Artie helped Zephyr out with what he wanted to do, and I really love the encouraging song in it too. But anyway, so this is my review video on My Little Pony Season 6, Episode 11. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see y'all next time, alright? Alright, thanks guys. Alright, bye.